Hi, good evening everyone. This is Chef Ron with Food Experiences LLC, and this is our Eat It Well home series. Tonight we're going to be making linguine and white clam sauce. It's a very simple dish, quick to make, very delicious. It's our go-to when we get home from a weekend away or vacation because it's really easy to put together. We're starting off tonight by going through the ingredients, and because the sauce cooks so quick, I'm going to get the water started first thing right now. So I have a nice pasta pot. It's about 3/4 full of water. And the first thing I'm going to do is take a couple handfuls of kosher salt. Don't be bashful with the salt. It's really the only time you get to put some seasoning into the pasta. I'm going to move that over to the stove and get that started. Okay, if we can go through the ingredients, I have 6 cans of chopped clams. You could use minced clams, but I like the chopped. But what you see, what I did is I drained off the juice from the clams themselves, because the clams are only going to go in the very last minute for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Otherwise, they become a little bit rubbery if you throw them in the beginning. So we're going to use the clam juice with some spices, some salt and pepper, garlic, butter, zest of lemon and some juice of lemon, shallots, olive oil, and here we have basil, black pepper, oregano, and red pepper. And one of the secrets is to use a little bit of anchovy paste. It gives it a great flavor. Kind of disappears when you're putting it in, when you're mixing it up, so it's not like it's going to offend anybody, but it's really a delicious taste. And last but not least is good freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Really gives a nice flavor to it, especially at the end, just when you're serving it. Looks beautiful too. So the purpose of this video tonight is to show you how good the dish is, 2, how easy it is to make, and 3, hopefully you can bring it home and make it at your house. I started off with a nice, kind of large pan, put in some oil. I'm going to add a little bit more oil, so I put in about, 3 or 4 tablespoons. This is a really neat oil dispenser, by the way. It measures out a tablespoon. It's nice and neat, and good for all around when you're using olive oil. Then what we're going to do is we're going to throw in the shallots and let them saute a little bit just till they get soft. Okay, the shallots have softened up, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put about 2 or 3 squeezes in of anchovy paste. You can see that's probably 1. Okay. And if you stir it in, it really just kind of breaks apart and just melds in with the shallots. You really don't even know it's there. But I think it's a really critical part of the taste. Once you stir in the anchovy paste, we're going to add in the garlic. And give that a minute or 2 just to mix in and bring out the smells. And we're just going to let this cook for a couple minutes here. Okay, this is sizzling up nice and smelling terrific. Now I'm going to pour in the clam juice. Stir it up a little bit. And I'm going to add some spices. I don't typically add salt because the anchovy paste can be a little salty. So if you want to add some salt later on, you'd be doing it after the fact when you're serving it. Put in maybe about a tablespoon of basil. Do add black pepper. About a teaspoon. About a tablespoon of oregano. And about a teaspoon of red pepper. Again, the dish really isn't hot, but the red pepper gives it a nice little taste and flavor to it. Just mix that all up nice. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a lemon and we're gonna grate a little lemon zest into it. This gives it a really nice kick and nice flavor to it. We're gonna do the entire lemon. Okay. Now we're gonna cut the lemon in half. I'm gonna squeeze half the lemon in. Get some nice flavors in there. All right. Let's give it another stir. It's looking real nice, just the way it should. I throw a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Maybe 2 tablespoons. And just let this cook. Really, the sauce is almost done now. Once the pasta gets in and pasta's cooked, then we'll throw in the clams for a minute or 2, and then we'll plate it and have a nice dinner. If you get a chance and you'd like to subscribe, we have a lot of great cooking videos coming out, and we'd really appreciate that. And there are some neat little links, Amazon links there, to the oil dispenser, the microplane, and a couple other little gadgets that are nice to have in the kitchen. So we'll just wait for the pasta to cook. Okay, the next piece is we're just about to throw in the pasta. So we're gonna add the butter in and just stir it till it all melts. This again gives a great flavor and helps it coat onto the linguine. Okay, our dinner guests have arrived and we're going to put the meal together. The pasta is just about done. So I'm going to throw in the clams now. Like I said, these are only for about 1 or 2 minutes at the end. That way they're nice and cooked properly, not like rubber. We just stir that in. And when you're cooking your pasta, you should cook it al dente, because it's going to cook after you take it out of the water, and you don't want mush. Otherwise it's not going to really taste good. So we're going to take the pasta from the pot. Hope everybody's hungry. All right, so another trick here is when you have hot pasta, you want to put cheese on it. And don't be stingy. You can always fill the dish up again and put more on the plate. I'm going to take the sauce, and again, so it's only been a little bit of time that the clams were in. I'm going to pour it all over the top. And I wish you could smell it. Okay, like I said at the beginning, the whole point of this was, 1, to show how nice the dish was, 2, that it's really easy to make, and probably the most important thing is you take the recipe, you look at the video, and you make it yourself at home. And eat well at home. Bon appetit. Okay, so my lovely wife Donna just reminded me, another reason why you put the pasta on when it's warm is so that when you put the sauce on it, it also helps stick to the pasta. So that's a little footnote. Okay, bon appetit.